Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. It's been a while since I last posted. I put a couple of very small videos up some point last year and didn't really get any traction or anything with it, so I kind of just gave up a little bit. But I really want to get into sharing with you my book reading journey. I always used to be a very avid reader and then I stopped for a while, and last year I really got back into it. I've been really picking up quite a few book hauls and things, and I just want to share that with you. Share with you my reading journey, looking at the books, giving you my honest reviews and opinions on them, checking out what I've been buying, um, maybe even showing you my bookshelves, though that will come at a later date. So, my first return back video is going to be a video showing you two Vinted hauls that I've picked up. When you're buying books, you can absolutely go and buy them brand new, and I buy quite a lot brand new. I tend to get them when they're on really good offers and discounts and things, but I've recently found a lot of good deals on Vinted. These are my two first ever orders that I've picked up from Vinted, to be honest. Um, I recently found, like, I knew Vinted existed and that, but I didn't really go on. I didn't look at it. I've started selling some bits myself, and was having a nosy round as you do, and found loads of beautiful books. Not all brand new, some are, some aren't. And these are two Vinted orders that I've picked up, and I want to share them with you. And there's going to be quite a few more coming as well, so definitely check it out because you can get some bargains. Now, the first Vinted order that I picked up was this set of two books. They were just £1 for the two. You do have your seller fees and you have postage and packaging on top, so just take that into account. But it still made them really good value, and they were cheaper than going and getting them brand new from somewhere. What I didn't know, however, and it's my fault, I didn't read the listing properly, is that these are actually number 2 and number 3 of a series. So I did go back onto Vinted and I have another book haul coming that has number 1 in, as well as some others, of course. So these are two books by Nicola May. They are from her Ferry Lane Market series. Don't know anything about them, but they look like my type of book. Um, I'm very much a reader who swings from dark romance, fantasy, through to like these really nice, what I call almost like cozy romances. Um, Very light. I tend to use these as a bit of a palette cleanser, really, in between series and things. So when I saw them, I thought, "Do you know what? They're worth it to pick up for £1." We've got Starry Skies in Ferry Lane Market and Rainbow's End in Ferry Lane Market. So this is book 2 and book 3. As I said, I've got book 1 coming as well. Um, they are secondhand. They have been read. That's absolutely fine. I am a reader who tries not to break spines. I don't dog ear pages. Like, I like to read a book and it still look brand new. So generally I will try and buy brand new. However, as long as the listing is honest and it tells me that they are, secondhand, and that they have been read and there is broken spines, I can deal with it. But there won't be any more damage done to these ones. So yeah, we picked up these. So this one is when Star Bly got pregnant at the age of 16. She thought her life was over. Now 33, mother to Sky and owner of the successful jewellery store in Ferry Lane Market in Hartmouth, Cornwall, she wouldn't change a thing about it. Well, maybe one. A few months ago, she fell hard for American visitor Jack, but then he left without even saying goodbye, and ever since she has struggled to get him out of her head. Until the handsome, roguish Connor turns up and sweeps her off her feet. But then one day, Star is shocked to bump into Jack. He's back in Hartmouth to tell her why he left, but is she ready to listen? As things get more complicated with her love life, another revelation threatens to turn the lovely world she has built for herself and Sky upside down. But could this be the one thing that will make it complete? It's just, I don't know. The standard romance. She falls in love, something happens, they fall out, and then they end up getting back together. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to end. I haven't read it yet, but I just love them as palette cleansers. And then this one, 39-year-old Glana Pascal, also known as the Rainbow Painter, runs the Hartmouth Gallery in Ferry Lane Market in Cornwall. She's just getting her head and broken heart around being single, childless, and sober when Cupid flies in, shooting arrows all over the place. Meeting the mysterious and fascinating Isaac Benson, famous local artist and recluse, allows Glarner to soften, and she begins to learn more about herself than she ever thought possible. Confused by her growing feelings, Glarner throws herself into organising a life drawing class at her gallery, using both male and female nudes, and setting local tongues wagging. A theft from her gallery and the return of ex-love Oliver Truman causes Glarner to wonder if a pot of gold will be appearing at the end of her rainbow, and will it bring her the happiness she has sought for so long. Can't wait to get started on those. Um, yeah, I'm waiting for book number 1, and then I'll be able to get started reading them. So really happy with that buy. And then the second haul. These were individual listings, individual books, but they're all from the same seller. I picked up 3. These were all listed as brand new, and they do appear to be brand new. They may very well have been read, but they haven't bent the spine or anything. Picked up these 3 books. To be honest with you, 2 of them I just randomly picked up because they look good. One of them I picked up because I'm curious about it. So, the first book I got was Mortal Follies, One Cursed Debutante, One Exiled Witch, One Wild Deal by Alexis Hall. I've looked into this a little bit more, and it looks like there is a second book as well. So I'm going to keep my eye out for that. I haven't seen it on Vinted, so we'll just wait and see. I just liked the front cover on this. I thought it looked really pretty. Didn't know much about it, but it says it is the year 1814, and Miss Milese Michelmore finds her entry into the high society of Bath hindered by a curse that begins with her dress unmaking itself at the ball of the season and ends with her life in peril. Surviving the attention of an angry goddess means seeking undesirable allies, and few allies are less desirable than the brooding Lady Georgiana Landrake. She might have murdered her father. She's probably a witch. She's certainly bewitching. I think that sounds really good. It's definitely my type of book, so I'm excited to get going with that. But I probably won't start that until I have the second book. I don't like starting a series until I have all of the books in it, or at least most of them, so that I can really get going and get into it. I absolutely hate reading a book and it having a unfinished ending and not having the next book to lead straight into. So this will probably sit on my TBR pile for quite a while until I can get hold of that second book, but it looks good, so that's all that matters. Then I picked up The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. Now, this might shock a lot of you, but I haven't read a single book by Ali Hazelwood at all. I've seen them all over TikTok, all over BookTube, Bookstagram. Like, she seems to be a really popular author, but I haven't previously picked them up. I'm not sure why, because I think some of these are my kind of romancy type books, but I've just not really been interested. Like, I don't know, there's just something about it. I don't know whether it's because there can be some quite mixed reviews. Some people absolutely love them and think that they're the best books they've read. Other people just don't like them and end up DNRing them. So this was £1.50. This was £1.50. I thought, you know what? I'll risk it and I'll pick up this one because this one is a very popular one that I see a lot. So this, as I say, is The Love Hypothesis. It was only £1.50, so I thought I can't go wrong. If I really don't like it, at least I've not overspent on my money. It says, when a fake relationship between scientists meets the irresistible force of attraction, it throws one woman's carefully calculated theories on love into chaos. As a third-year PhD candidate, Olive Smith doesn't believe in lasting romantic relationships, but her best friend does, and that's what got her into this situation. Convincing Anne that Olive is on her way to a happily ever after was always going to be tough. Scientists require proof. So, like any self respecting woman, Olive panics and kisses the first man she sees. That man is none other than Adam Carlson, a young hotshot professor and well known ass, which is why Olive is positively flawed when he agrees to keep her charade a secret and be her fake boyfriend. But when a big science conference goes haywire and Adam surprises her again with his unyielding support and his unyielding abs, their little experiment feels dangerously close to combustion. Olive soon discovers that the only thing more complicated than a hypothesis on love is putting your own heart under the microscope. So it does sound really good to me. It's definitely one of those books that I would use as probably a bit of a palate cleanser, if I'm honest, in between a dark romance or a really heavy fantasy. So yeah, I must admit I'm quite excited to get going with this. So we'll see how we go. It'll go on my TBR. I'm not sure when I'll get started with it, but I'll let you know as soon as I do, guys. And then the last one, I've not really seen anything about this, and it could just be that I'm missing it, but it again looked like a book that I would use, that I would read as a palate cleanser. This is The Game Changer by Lana Ferguson. The cover is what struck me. I do quite like, particularly for my romance style books, this kind of um, animated, cartoony type fronts. You'll find that, as I'm sharing a lot of my books with you guys, they're the kind of books that I tend to pick up. They draw me to them, and for me, I don't really have any triggers when it comes to reading. I don't really care in a book what necessarily goes on. It can be as sweet and innocent as it wants, it can be as filthy as it wants. I don't care. I just, if I enjoy that book, I will read anything. So I saw this one. I'm pretty sure I've seen Lana Ferguson mentioned before, so I thought I'd give it a go. And this one says, this time they're playing for keeps. When a very public breakup becomes a PR nightmare for Ian Chase's team, his plan is to focus on his game, but that suddenly seems less likely than a hat trick. With his career and the team's image in jeopardy, Ian is surprised to find a solution through none other than Delilah Baker, his best friend and teammate's little sister, who isn't so little anymore. Delilah Baker is known as the darling of baking on her local TV show, and being in the public eye is her bread and butter. But with her numbers dwindling and the producers turning up the heat, Delilah offers up the half baked idea to collaborate with her brother's team to entice the hockey fans of Boston to tune into her show. It should be a piece of cake until the team sends Ian Chase, her brother's best friend and the object of a decade long crush that she's never quite gotten over. It's a true win win situation. Delilah's show gains more viewers, and the press see Ian in a more positive light. As they play up their relationship for the media, the line between what's real and what's for show begins to blur. But one thing's for certain, this PR stunt will either be a total game changer or leave them both totally pucked. I think it sounds really good. Again, can't wait to get going with this one. It will sit on my TBR. I'm not the fastest of readers. It depends on how busy I am, to be honest, and what else I've got going on in life. But I'm determined to share this journey with you, and as I move on to new books, I will share those with you so that you can see what's happening. Let me know in the comments down below. Have you read any of these? I'm guessing some of you will have read this. Let me know what you think to it. Um, yeah, and are there any other Ali Hazelwood ones that are worth picking up as well? Was this the best one to go for, or should I have gone for something different? Let me know in those comments. If you are new here, I don't have very many followers at the minute. As I say, it's a pretty brand new channel. I only posted a couple of videos last year and then stopped. So please make sure you hit that subscribe button, share this video, like this video, and let me know in those comments what else should we be picking up on this channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful rest of your week, and happy reading. Bye for now.